Martin is not here. So please, I want every one of us to go to Facebook. Everything today is practical. Go to Facebook right now, or any social media platform you want. I prefer you go to Facebook.
Okay.
Go to Facebook. Prospecting is one of the very important pillars. Prospecting is one of the very important pillars of salesmanship. Any salesperson that is not committed to prospecting is going to struggle. I can guarantee that that person is going to struggle. Prospecting is how you water the ground of your salesmanship. In agriculture, they talk about tilling the ground, breaking the fallow ground. Prospecting is what you use to break the fallow ground of salesmanship. And I've told you before, I've introduced the formula, the prospecting formula, Formula 25. You prospect 20 people online, at least 20 people online every single day. You prospect 5 people offline every single day. Now, you might not be able to prospect 5 people offline every single day. So you can decide that, okay, I want to go to a place where there will be a lot of people for me to prospect 30 people in one day. Because 5 times 6 is 30. 20 times 6 is 120. You are expected to prospect at least 120 new people every week. 480 every month. 20 per day. Think about it. It is possible for you to drop a comment, or to drop more than 100 comments in posts of people who don't have any interest in what you are selling. 100. You'll be shocked a day.
So you cannot stretch beyond that. I've tried it. It didn't go through.
What's that?
I tried to on the post, a particular post. So I tried to do comment. Get strong ones. You said the last time. Comment. I start myself. Comment. I start my page. You get to Facebook just reported to that today I've been deactivated for so.
Because you were too fast. The algorithm is dumb. The algorithm, they keep talking about AI. AI is very dumb. Because you were too fast. So you was thinking that you're a robot. So you're not supposed to be too fast.
Brother.
20, your working hours. Your awake time is 16 hours. Right? Your working hours as an entrepreneur, as a salesperson, should not be nothing less than 10 hours per day. So you have 10 hours to drop 20 comments. You don't be too fast. If you're too fast, the algorithm is done. The algorithm will just think that you're a robot and start flagging and shadow banning your account. So you don't have to be too fast. Calm down. Drop the comment. Wait for some few minutes before you move to another person's post to drop a comment. There is no limit. Prospecting. Are we on Facebook now? Yeah. So I want us to do an experiment right now. The first person on your timeline. Who is the person? Can somebody just give me the person's name? Who is it? Do you know the person personally? No. Do you know what the person does?
Is it a musician?
Okay. Second person.
This one is learning, pathway to learning.
Do you know the person personally?
No.
Okay. This is what I want us to do. Start scrolling down your Facebook. The moment you get to anybody you know personally, stop. And then also, no, wait. Go back to the top. Start counting the posts that you see on your timeline, on your newsfeed. The first person, you don't know the person, move to the next person, that's number 2. Move to the next person, number 3. If you get to the person that you know, and the person is number 7, note the number 7. If you get to the person you know personally, and the person is number 17, note the number, note it down, number 17. I want to do an experiment with everybody. So, start doing that. When you get to the first person you know personally, stop and alert me.
Number 6.
Okay.
Number 6.
Number. Okay, number 1. Okay, no, not number 3. Number 1 is the first person. So what's the person's name? Okay, can the person buy real estate from you? Okay, no, okay. Let me adjust the instructions. When you start scrolling down your news feed, when you get to someone who you know personally and who you know can buy real estate from you, stop. Let's do it again.
Number 6.
What's the person's name?
Tony, record level owner.
Record label owner. For how long? How old is the record label? Record label company.
10 years now, 10 to 12 years.
Okay, does he know you?
Yes.
How does he know? I mean, how come he knows you?
Actually, it's my in-law.
He's your in-law. Has he ever bought real estate before now?
No. No, he doesn't live in Lagos, he lives in Kano. So, frequently I've seen my posts and the series of conversation has been ongoing as well.
Okay. So you're already talking to him about real estate. So move to the next person that you know. Yeah, who else? Who else? Number 1. 19. Beautiful. See, I like to do this so that people will know that there is no mystery to selling on social media. There is no mystery. You have just been occupying your social space, your digital space with liabilities. That's the only reason why you are not selling online. So number 19, bros. What's the person's name? Okay, tell me about him. How do you know he has the capacity to buy real estate? Do you have any personal knowledge of if he has ever bought a real estate property before now? Do you have an idea of how rich he is? Okay, so you know that he's rich. He's okay. To be rich means that you have your concurrent net worth at least per annum is at least 50 million naira.
I don't think so.
Okay, but I mean, it's possible for you to buy 2 million naira land. It's possible for you to buy 5 million naira land. Okay. So number 19. The reason I'm doing it, okay. So have you ever spoken with him about real estate? Okay, move to the next person. So who else have done that? Number 4, okay. Tell me about the person. Okay. How do you know that he's doing well for himself?
Because I know it's big.
Have you ever seen his bank account before?
Right.
Just kidding. See, a salesperson is a leader of the prospect. A salesperson is a leader of the marketplace. What I'm trying to do to you is to turn you into a salesperson. Remember the class where we did the birth of the salesperson? A salesperson is a leader of the marketplace. You are not at the mercy of the prospect. And the only way you lead is data-powered. Data-powered leadership is the real leadership, not assumption-powered leadership. You are not a leader if you are powering leadership on the back of assumption. Succinct data. You need to have accurate data about your prospects. Otherwise, how are you going to be able to sweep them off their feet? If anything, because of your lack of, your lack of insufficiency of data, you'll be doing the wrong thing. You'll be annoying them with what you're doing. Because you don't have accurate data about them. I cannot overemphasize this. Selling can be sweet if you understand the nitty-gritty. It is data powered. The data of prospect A is not the data of prospect B. of your most fundamental activity. One of the most fundamental activity of salesmanship is data harvesting. Succinct data about your prospects. Salesmanship is zero tolerance for assumption. Assumption is ignorance. If you don't have succinct data about your prospect, you don't have anything. So instead of squandering your prime energy on following Instablock Niger and Tunde Headnut, rather invest that energy trying to find out succinct information about your prospect. It is your job. You must figure it out. No assumption. Zero tolerance for assumption. Zero. Start implementing this and see whether it will be difficult for you to close people. All of us, human beings, are psychological puppets. They are puppets of their own psychological data. Everybody here, you will align more with somebody that has similar character to yours. The essence of harnessing the data of your prospect is so that you can wield it as a weapon, as an instrument for getting them to align with you, for getting them to see you as somebody who is serious, somebody who has done his homework or her homework. There are many things you will never know about your prospect if you have never visited them physically. If you have never been in the same space physically, several things you will never know about them. Now, for those in the diaspora, your best bet is a Zoom call, not an audio call. They say they want to call you on WhatsApp audio. Insist on a Zoom call where you will see them.
The Zoom call, the WhatsApp call, which one is better? Zoom call. Because in most cases, because many of us, or they too, they want to manage costs.
Zoom manages. Zoom does not.
They use WhatsApp.
It doesn't consume like that.
Zoom is better because in some countries you don't use WhatsApp. You don't use WhatsApp. Like Dubai, you don't use WhatsApp.
Content creation pillars. Number one is your write-up. Every product that needs to be sold needs a write-up. There are ways you go about formulating the write-up for any content. Number one is, what is the purpose? What is the purpose for coming up with that write-up? What is the purpose? You must know it. For every piece of content you create, there has to be a purpose. Or for every piece of content you want to create, what is the overall purpose for that content? Are you trying to create that content to explain how somebody can cure themselves from something or from some pain? You have to know what the overview purpose of that content is. So what is the purpose of that piece of content? You have to know it and note it down. The purpose for this particular piece of content I want to create is this. The second thing is, you have to decide how you are going to hook your prospect, your audience, the people that will consume that content. How are you going to hook them? The hook is the first statement you make. It's a video, or the first line, the first sentence, the first statement, the first clause, the very first thing that is said is the hook. And when we talk about hook, you have to have an understanding of the dynamics of the human psychology. What are the things that can get somebody's attention? Your first statement is called the hook. What am I going to say? Am I going to say, stop scrolling? Am I going to say, before you scroll to the next video, these are psychological statements. Am I going to say, many people are suffering from, these are hooks. How to become a multi-millionaire. These are hooks. This is how to become a multi-millionaire. 7 steps to become a millionaire before you clock 30. Headlines are hooks. The first statement is a hook. You have to predetermine what your hook will be. And see, when you just start taking content creation seriously, you need to do a lot of testing. Because not all audiences are the same, even though there is a universal psychology of every human being. But audiences differ from audiences. So you have to test your own audience. Use certain different content to test the kind of audience you have and the kind of content they prefer. Because content marketing is 100% about your audience. Some people say they are marshalling content marketing campaign and everything is about them. Me. That's not content marketing. Because I did me. Content marketing is 100% about your audience. So when you want to craft that content, in your mind, think about a particular prospect that you want to specifically write that content for, such that when that prospect comes in contact with that content, it will look like this guy is talking to me, this lady is talking to me. You craft your content that way. Otherwise, nobody's going to engage your content. So hook is the second important thing on the write-up. The third important thing is, what is the pain point that you are trying to provide a solution to? Every content is a solution content. There has to be some kind of solution that somebody gets from the consumption of that content. See, salespeople are problem solvers, right? A salesperson is in the business of solving problems for people. That is who you are. You are a problem solver. So everything about you should bespeak problem solving, including your content. This is the reason why you will never find me post content impulsively or post comedy skits, post a musician's post. You will never see me do it. Because that content, first of all, the musician already has maybe 20 million views on his own personal account. People are already aware of it. If a book is a bestseller, it means that at least 1 million people, 1 million minds have consumed it. It's no longer news. A salesperson is building a solid brand. You are committed to building a brand that will differentiate you in the marketplace, not a brand that will make you blend in the marketplace. Authority building is about differentiation in the marketplace, which is what branding is about. But if every content you see that goes viral, you want to post it, you are a dumb brand builder. Because the only thing you are doing to your brand is sabotage it. You are sabotaging its inherent potential to penetrate the marketplace. That's what you are doing to your brand. Because you are subjecting yourself to only be in the shadows of the creators of that content that you are posting. You want to become an authority. It takes work. It takes ingenuity. It takes determination. It takes clarity of purpose. The only reason a lot of people are whalers, even if fuel gets 1,000 naira per liter, I will still be buying it. I will still not complain. The only reason you find people whaling is because they are not the architects of their future. They are not the ones in charge of creating their future. They are mortgaging the responsibility for creating a viable future to the government, who doesn't give a hoot ass about them. In an age that I like to refer to as the age of decentralized everything, you do not need conventional institutions to become anything in this world again. The age of decentralized wealth building, the age of decentralized money making. You literally can sit down in your room and be making millions of naira from your room. The age of decentralized enlightenment, decentralized spirituality. You don't need a church or a mosque to cultivate spirituality anymore. Decentralized brand building, decentralized entrepreneurship, decentralized commerce. You literally are the architect of your destiny. You literally are the architect of your destiny. Because see, this age, powered by internet technology, because the common denominator is the internet technology. For as long as you can be connected to the internet, it is possible for you to power a life, a future that you'll be proud of. A future that is void of complaints. When I see men complaining, I feel ashamed of their manhood. Men do not complain. Men are problem solvers. How can me, a man, be complaining about another man simply because he's the president of Nigeria? It does not make any common sense. It simply means that I am nothing. That is what it means. When anybody complains about anything, however justified that thing is, what they are doing is they are squandering their most valuable resource, energy. The most superior resource that you have in this world is energy. Energy is what you convert to intelligence. Energy is what you convert to money. Energy. The moment you see a complainer, see, complaining is one of the cancerous human behaviors that any human being can display. Cancer. Complaining, contending, comparing, competing, these are cancers to your inherent human potential. There is no need for complaint. I would use my energy for problem solving only. Only. So the pain point, you are a problem solver as a salesperson. So your content should bespeak problem solving. There is a pain that you want to use that 2-minute video or that 3-minute video to try to give clarity. You want to give clarity about how to solve that pain. That's the third important thing on the write-up. Then also, you can tell a very, very quick story in less than 20 seconds. Storytelling. You need to master storytelling because our brain is wired for storytelling, for story consumption. Our brain is wired to consume stories. You remember growing up when we used to watch Tales by Moonlight on NTA? Storytelling. 20 seconds story. Tell a quick story. This is the structure of coming up with content that will have any meaning to anybody. Storytelling. Then, finally, you give your solution, the solution to that pain point. This and this and this are the things I did to solve this problem. Or this and this and this are the things my friend did, because the pain point you are talking about might not necessarily be the pain point that you have in your life personally. but you have identified that this is a pain point that your audience, a lot of your audience or a good number of your audience are going through. So you are now making it your job to be the problem solver of that pain point. So you tell them what your solution suggestion is. And what I'm talking about is 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. You're done with that video. Because I'm talking about, when I say this now, I'm talking video. Because the hierarchy, when we talk about the pyramid of content creation, the pinnacle of content creation is video content creation. If you want people to relate with you as an authority in your industry, embrace video content creation. You cannot be the one saying that I'm the shy type, I'm an introvert. You must embrace it. Video content creation is everything. Then finally, under the structure of coming up with a write-up for your content, is CTA, call to action. You must always call them to action. See, you will assume as if they don't know that they are supposed to reach out to you. You assume as if they are 2-year-olds. CTA is part of the content structure for coming up with any write-up. So I'll run through it. The first thing is the purpose of the piece of your content. The second thing is determine the hook. The third thing is what is the pain point you're trying to address. The fourth thing is tell a short story. Meaning that, see, as a salesperson, you are always supposed to be in research mode. You are always supposed to be in research mode. Part of the stories you're going to tell might not necessarily be your personal story. The only reason you will have that story that is not your personal story is because you did some research. You read a book and you saw that story in that book, you told that story. You did some Google search. You went somewhere and somebody told that story. You will tell that story too. Storytelling is a functional part of content creation. Storytellers are like demigods. Folks who have mastered the art and science of storytelling will always be relevant in the grand scheme of things. Always. So you should now start understanding how to master storytelling. And then finally, CTA, call to action. Always call them to action. The WhatsApp link is your web link. Anywhere, any platform where they can click a link, drop your WhatsApp link there. 1.me/234 your WhatsApp number.
I want to thank you specifically for giving me that update. Thank you.
No problem. Any platform that can click a link, make sure that the post you make there has your WhatsApp link. It is your job to create your digital footprint. And when we talk about your digital footprint, we're talking about leaving your footprint in as many places online as possible so that people can come to you. Make it easy for people to come to you. That is the essence of the WhatsApp link. Anywhere, including where you, of course, you can't do that on the only place you can't do that is Instagram. But every other place, you can drop your WhatsApp. And even on Instagram, you can drop your WhatsApp link in your bio. Then all you tell them is, click the WhatsApp link in my bio. That's it. That's your CTA. Even though after you said click the WhatsApp link in your bio, you can still put in bracket 08087505544. But every other platform, Twitter, they say it's now X, right? Twitter, Facebook, Thread, YouTube, you can put your WhatsApp link there. Even when you want to run a YouTube ad, you can use your WhatsApp link. When we talk about funnel building, that one is just English. Your funnel is your WhatsApp link. Your funnel is your WhatsApp link. I'm talking organic now. I'm talking organic marketing. I'm the king of organic marketing. So I talk organic marketing. How many people have paid thousands of naira for funnel building? Click funnel. And it did not result to anything. Organic is the future. But you see, organic requires real infrastructure. Real infrastructure that the marketplace can relate with. The infrastructure that they can relate with from the standpoint of the perception of an authority. It takes work. The ants will come together and build a massive ant hill. How many animals really work? How many? It's only ants. All the other ones require human influence to make them work. It's only ants that build things. That's the reason why in Proverbs they talk about you going to study the ants. If you can be committed to building your brand for just 24 months, non-stop, not procrastinating, you are building a brand using content as the instrument for that brand building. 24 months, you would not struggle again for the rest of your life. Because at least 96% of salespeople anywhere in the world are procrastinators. At time, 96% at least. In some cases, it's up to 98%. I've told you guys about the rule 100.
Yeah.
That just 1 hour per day for the next 100 days non-stop. Committing to doing something about your business 1 hour every day for 100 days. By 100 days, you are going to be better than 96% of everybody doing that thing. Just 1 hour. How much more you that you are dedicating 3 hours per day for 100 days? 4 hours per day for 100 days. A lot of people call themselves salespeople, and they are not salespeople. They are just deluding themselves. What makes you a salesperson is the sales activities that you are committed to every single day. So, write-up is the first important pillar. The first important pillar of content creation. The second one is video creation. Now, some of us are going to be shooting video here today.
I need help.
When you, every salesperson needs a ring light, content creation. Not on. shaking. So I want us to bring out our notepads on your smartphone, or if you have a paper notepad, I want you to write a script of the video you are going to shoot right now. It's still shaking, it's not on. So you can help me tell you. Okay, it's on, it's on. Okay, it's off again. Sorry. Let me just put it another place. So, madam, what kind of video would you like to create? You've never created a video, right? So, what kind of video would you like to create? Educational. Okay, educational. What are you trying to educate them on?
For me, I'm particular about getting my people to make money so that they can.
Okay, so go to your notepad. Everybody go to your notepad. Ask yourself, what kind of video do I want to create? Oh yeah, ask yourself that and answer it in that notepad. What kind of video do I want to create? Oh yeah. I have just 17 more minutes. What kind of video would you like to create? Ask the question and answer it yourself. And once you have ascertained the kind of video, she said educational videos, right? Video. Then ask yourself the questions I asked. What is the purpose of this video I want to create? What is the purpose? Then what hook am I going to use? What's going to be the headline? What's going to be the hook? The first statement that will come out of my mouth. What is it going to be? What should it be? How many videos have you watched today? And what made you watch those videos on social media? One of the things you have to also do to enhance your capacity for creating videos that people will be interested in consuming is to observe people who are making sense, who are talking sense in their video, and then their videos are viral. 5,000 views, 15,000 views, 900 views, 500 views. Look at the first thing that they say. Observe the first thing they say, the first statement that comes out of their mouth. Because the algorithm of social media heavily works with a hook. The moment you did not grab people's attention, the algorithm will say, what you are telling the algorithm is that your content is a rubbish content. So what the algorithm will begin to do is to bury your content. It will bury it. So you have to be very, very proactive about the first thing that comes out of your mouth. That is how you get the attention. That is how you grab the attention. The first thing. So determine what that first thing is, which is the hook. Write it down. Have you written it down? Yeah. And then the second thing is, what pain points are you trying to solve? I'm giving you a masterclass on content creation. What pain points are you trying to solve? See, if you are trying to solve a pain point that nobody is going through, now only you will watch your video. You have to be sure, you have to be certain that this pain point actually exists in the life of some of my audience. So what pain point am I trying to solve with this video? Write it down. Have you written it down? Are we following? Yeah. The next important thing is, you want to tell, what short story are you going to tell to emphasize the solution that you are going to be suggesting? What story? What short story can you quickly tell? You need to know what the story is. Have you determined what the story is? I tell people that success is powered by science. Sustainable success. I know, I'm aware. Sustainable success is powered by science. Scientific success, that's what I call it. But certain people do not want me to say this because they would rather have you attach mystery to success. You know, they would rather have you attach the concept of miracle to success. If you are 21 years and above, you are the miracle worker. No miracle is coming from anywhere. You are the architect of any miracle that you want to see in your life. You are the miracle worker. See, watch how your content game changes from today. It is their universal principle. Watch how it changes. So determine the short story you want to tell. Determine it. Then tell that story. When you just start, see, I don't shoot a content more than once. It's once. But when I just started out with video content creation, I could shoot one content like 7 times. Because I have not become good. I've not mastered it yet. So I'll just see this mistake. Oh, that mistake, no, it's not supposed to be like that. No. I'll delete it, do another one. But now, I don't do any content twice. It's once. I understand the content structure. I'm following it. Last week, I showed you my archive, my content archive, right? I passed it around. You have to have a script. Write it there. Script. In caps, script. Then script 1. Then content idea, which is more or less like the content headline, content idea. Then you write up. That is all you need to create a video. Content idea, how to turn 10 million naira into 50 million naira in less than 6 months. I'm sorry, in less than 6 years. That's the content idea. How to beat procrastination. That's the content idea. Content idea. 5 ways to prevent being scammed in real estate. That's what he said. You have to have this list of headlines that you want to talk about in future video. I have over like maybe 400 headlines that I've compiled. Per time, you should keep coming up with headlines, content ideas. That's what I call it. The content idea that you want to create that video around. These things they're not rocket science. But before today, it looked like it was rocket science, but it's not. So that's that. So I want to create a video right now. Okay, so yeah, I didn't finish. Then video creation, the actual video creation, you just need a good smartphone that has a good camera. That's all. Before you shoot a video, clean the lens. Because you don't have somebody that is holding the camera for you. So you are going to be using the selfie camera. But if you have somebody around that can hold the camera for you, it's better to use the back camera. But usually, it has a better pixel and all of that. It's usually more powerful. But if you don't have anybody, all the videos you see on my social media platform, I use my selfie camera. Right? So you clean the lens, then make sure there is lighting. So everybody here needs to go invest in a ring light. Everybody needs to go invest in a ring light. In a ring light and in a phone stand, a tripod stand. You are not a serious salesperson if you don't have a ring light and a tripod stand. You're not serious yet. These two, you can take it to any scene. You can take it to any location and enjoy the rich architecture of that location. So, lighting is very, very important. The quality of your video will be picked up by the algorithm of social media. If the quality is whack, that algorithm is going to bury that video. The algorithm, is low quality.
Why are you laughing now?
It's a question. Why are we still behaving like children?
There are some questions are funny. Just
Back
like
in the
about
day when we were
it.
in primary school,
It's called humor. Not bad. There's no bad thing on it. It's humor. It's humor.
it's humor, yeah, it's not humor anything, it's mockery. So choose your, then the next thing when it comes to video creation is to choose your background. Look for a plain background and back that background. The lights will make it look lovely. Choose your background. The first thing when it comes to the requirement for video content creation is clean your lens. Always clean your lens. Clean your lens. The second thing is lighting. Make sure it's either maybe you are facing the window where there is natural light and you have good background, or you have, most of the time, even when I use daylight, the quality of the video is better when I use the ring light. When I compare both. Even in there, yes. The quality of the ring light, lighting is very, very important in video content creation. Lighting. And then I said the next important thing is your background. So those three things: clean your lens, ensure there is light, and then your background. Then also, part of the requirement for content creation is graphic design. Canva is easily graphic design app I'll suggest for you to familiarize yourself with. Canva.com. You can also download it as an app on your phone. Canva. Canva does wonders when you are using it on a system, on a PC, compared to your smartphone. The graphic quality is better when you designed that graphics on the system compared to your phone. I always know when somebody used their phone to design their graphics. Yes, Pixel App 2 is good. Adobe Post 2 is good. Adobe Pro 2 is good. But Canva is the easiest. Right? Acquaint yourself with a particular graphic design app that you can use to design graphics. This is part of the requirements for your content marketing campaign, graphic design. Because you don't have a graphic designer. How many of us here have a graphic designer that we are paying? Good. If you can afford a graphic designer, good. Then you don't need to bother your head about it. About the graphic design app. But if not, then you need to bother yourself about it. Because graphic design app helps you to stand out, helps to depict your brand as a quality brand to be reckoned with, to be related with. So let's quickly, then also video editing app. That's the last thing. You need a video editing app like InShot, CapCut. Familiarize yourself with how to use them. Those are the tools you need for video content creation. That's it. then begin to shoot the video. So let me just do a test run here.